Welcome back to my channel. This is Mommy Bear 360. If you are seeing one of my videos for the very first time, welcome. Please stick around, hit the subscribe button, and join the Mommy Bear 360 family. If you are an old subscriber, you know how much I adore and appreciate you. You know this. Today, guys, I'm going to talk about my 21-week update. Today is Saturday. Tomorrow will be in South Australia, so we're about approximately 14 hours ahead of those of you in the US. So it's Saturday afternoon. Tomorrow, on Sunday, I will be 21 weeks exactly. And so in this video, I want to talk about some changes that's happening to the baby. And for those of you who have been watching me for a while, you know that from day one, I have been referring to my baby as she, and I said I will use that term until further notice. So I'm going to read what your baby is doing now, and I get all of my information from thebabycenter.com. So, how your baby is growing. Your baby now weighs about 3/4 of a pound and is approximately 10.5 inches long, about the length of a carrot. You may soon feel like she's practicing martial arts as her initial fluttering movements turn into full-fledged kicks and nudges. I have to stop to say, since last Monday, she has been moving so much. I've just been in awe. Big, unmistakable, beautiful movements. Getting comfortable. So I forgot to mention that number one, on Thursday, I had my ultrasound, I had my scan, I have the baby's weight, measurements, gender. I know the gender of the child, and I will be revealing that at the end of the video. But first I want to talk more about, in general, about all babies at this point of the pregnancy. You may also discover a pattern to her activity as you get to know her better. In other developments, your baby's eyebrows and lids are present now. And if you're having a girl, her vagina has begun to form. How nice. And the rest goes on to talk about the mommy and how the mommy feels. So I won't go into all of that. I'll just say that I'm feeling great. My energy is pretty good. It's pretty normal. But I've been getting really good sleep. I've been sleeping at night without getting up. I haven't been staying up till like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning because that's just so naughty. Especially when you're growing another human being. You need those recuperative hours of sleep. So I've been getting good rest. I've been eating regularly throughout the day. Not really binging, not really craving anything in particular, which is unusual. I had lots of cravings in my first pregnancy. This craving, I can't highlight one thing that I've craved. I'm not overindulging in too much sweets. Like last night I had a cup of milk and 2 cookies. And that's it. Not 3 cookies, not 4, not the whole pack, just 2. So, everything with me is pretty good, pretty normal. I have had some swelling in my ankles, so I'm increasing my water and elevating my feet. This week I've got some exercises outlined that I'd like to undertake because in previous videos I mentioned having a subchorionic hematoma, which is a slight bleeding under the placenta. But since then I've had 2 scans and there's no sign of it. So it has resolved itself. And I want to get into some gentle exercises this week. Aside from the usual walking that I do and housework and moving around with the boys, I want to get into some gentle, specific exercises. So that's it for me. The baby, like I said, has been moving so much. I just feel all these little movements. And there was one day, because my husband's with us a lot. And what I notice is that when the boys get really rowdy around me, if they're playing, baby starts to move. As if wanting to join in on the melee. And my husband, the baby hears his voice quite often. He's had some days off from work, Baby hears him, baby hears him. And so, very interestingly, what day was it? Was it yesterday? Friday, maybe? I spent a couple of hours away from my husband, like all afternoon and most of the evening. And by the time he just came around me, he was talking around me in the later part of the evening, and baby started to move. And I'm wondering, was that the baby saying, "Hey, where you been all day, Daddy?" It was just so interesting that prior, baby was sitting there really still. She wasn't doing anything. And then, as soon as he started to talk, baby started moving. Very interesting. I know with my first son, no lie, when my husband would come home from work, if he sat next to me, my son would move to the side of my body where my husband was sitting. I thought that was so awesome. And with my second son, every evening when my husband and my first son would play together and be loud, that's when baby would start to move. So this is the time where they can recognize, they can hear very well. So if this is your first pregnancy, if you're 21 weeks, your baby's ears are fully formed, you can speak to the baby, read stories to baby, sing to baby, play music for baby. Baby's there, baby's listening, and all this brain activity is going on. So don't waste no time, okay? Now, the next thing I wanted to talk to you guys about is the Linea nigra. I've also heard it pronounced as Linea nigra, but that is the line that develops on your tummy during pregnancy, and it's due to hormonal changes. I'm looking at mine right now. Now, as I said, Thursday, I'll tell you I'm going to show you a photo in a moment, but my linea goes from my pelvis up to my belly button, and then it breaks over a little bit and goes all the way up to like my breastbone. So the night before, it's Wednesday night, the night before my ultrasound, I read something interesting online about how to predict your baby's gender. And it said this, that when a woman has a linea nigra that goes from her pelvis to her belly button and stops and vanishes, she's having a girl. If the line continues in a straight line all the way up her tummy, she's having a boy. Okay? Second, if the line is nice and even and straight, it's a boy. If the line breaks and it's crooked, she's having a girl. So my niece just had a baby 3 months ago. She has a little girl. And I said to her, because I was talking to her through Facebook Messenger, she lives in the US, and I said, do you remember during your pregnancy, you know, your line that you get, it becomes really dark and obvious during pregnancy because of hormonal changes? Do you remember, what did it look like? And she said, my line went from my pelvis up to my belly button and stopped. She had a girl, okay? So my line is crooked. I discovered this Wednesday night. And then I went in for my ultrasound, and I'm lying there and talking to the technician, and she says, how many children do you have? And I said, I have 2 boys. And she said, would you like to know the gender, or is this going to be... I said, no surprise, no. We are finding out the gender of this child. So she said, I have to first go through some boring parts for you, which weren't boring for me at all. She was measuring the different parts of the baby. And she said, first thing she said to me was, wow, baby has long legs. That's not me, y'all. I'm pretty short. I'm like 5'1". My husband is the tall one. And my oldest son is already showing signs of being tall. He's like 6 years old. He's already, you know, he's so big. So those long legs that the baby has are not mine. So now I'm going to get into the actual gender of the child. What do you think it is? You've seen me mix my wee-wees with bicarbonate soda. If you are a subscriber and you've seen me before. Now you hear me talk about the line on my tummy. Yeah. I've got 2 boys. What do you think it is? Hey, come on, tell me. What do you think it is? I'm being so stupid, right? I don't care. I'll tell you this before I tell you the results of the test, though. In my family, the firstborn child is a boy, and then there's a second boy, and then there's a girl. Not me, my sister. I was born after my sister. There was another boy, and then me. So I'm the youngest of 5. In my husband's family, the firstborn was a male, and then my husband was born, and then his sister. So in both families, there was 2 boys and then a girl that showed up. Well, children, I'm here to tell y'all that's the case with us. We're going to have a little girl. It's a girl. I'm lying there on the table, and the technician says to me, do you see those 3 lines? And I said, yes. What are those? Because I have had 2 boys. I've never seen these lines on a scan before. And she said, those are her girl bits. And I'm just like, what? It's a girl bit, okay. So I'm lying there, and I think I got kind of quiet. And she says, are you okay? She said, you still just, are you just dealing with the information? I said, yes, I'm just processing the information. It's a girl, y'all. It's a girl. And I was the first to know. I was the only one in the room because here at the hospital where I had my ultrasound, I had the same ultrasound done with carrying my second son, and I took my little first boy with me. But unfortunately, things have changed at this hospital, and you're no longer able to bring children in under the age of 8. So I was sad because I wanted the whole family to be there together. But my husband just took care of the boys, and I went by myself. And so I was the first and only to know. And then I let everybody know. I told my friends, I told my mother-in-law and my sisters-in-law. And everybody's super, super hyped because, they want to see this little girl, this little princess. So it was a great day. Yeah, so now you know. Now you know what Mommy Bear 360 is going to be planning for. And I've already started. You all watched me combine my wee-wee with bicarbonate soda, baking soda. And you saw that there were a few bubbles, but there was minimal reaction, and then it quieted down really quickly. Apparently, I did the research, and apparently if you're having a boy, there should be a wild reaction. If you're having a girl, there's no reaction or minimal reaction. So I had minimal reaction. So there you have it for the bicarbonate and wee-wee test. And as far as my Linea nigra, it is crooked, and I am having a girl. My niece only had half of a line, and she had a girl. So people say these are old wives' tales and legends and myths, but there's something to them. There's something there, because in my case, both worked out to be accurate. So before I go, I want to send a shout out to 2 channels. One is Kimmy Unlimited. If you don't know Kimmy Unlimited, go visit her, check out her channel. She's so much fun. Her whole family is adorable and lovable. It's her and her man and her little baby girl, and her mom and dad show up, and her sister and her man, and and her friends. And they're just fun, down to earth people. They keep it real. And the channel is family oriented. They do skits. And the thing that I find about Kimmy's channel, it really is unpredictable. When you click on a Kimmy video, you don't know how it's going to be presented to you, which is really cool. It's unpredictable, it's entertaining, it's funny. Kimmy really is unlimited, so check out her channel. Good people over there, good people. So hi Kimmy, and hi to Kimmy's sister. Hi, congratulations, Kimmy's sister is expecting a little baby. So I hope you consider what I've just said, sister. You know, check out your Linea nigra. What's going on with that? Do the little wee in bicarbonate soda test, because you never know. I mean, it's not that you have to take it as word, you know, and tell people and go shopping, but it's just a fun thing to do and to think about, okay? So, shout out to Kimmy and her whole crew, the whole crew, all of y'all. Hello, how y'all doing? What's up, Mark? What's up, Nashira? What's up, Kimmy's mama? What's up, Kimmy's daddy? Oh, and the Roxy and Rocky. What are they called again? Go visit the channel. You'll find out for yourself who Roxy and Rocky are, because what they're called has just slipped my mind. And my last shout out, Ficklin TV. If you don't know them, go visit the channel. All links will be in my description box. They're a family of, it's a mommy, a daddy, and 3 children. And they just welcomed their 4th baby into the world. It's a little boy named Cairo. Don't you love that name? Cairo, for a boy, that's got a lot of substance to it. I love that name. So his name is Cairo. And they had him at home. It was not planned. It was just accidental, and the dad caught his son in his own hands. So the same way they brought him into the world, they made him, they brought him out the same way, just together, just the 2 of them. Really awesome. They had a 911 operator on the phone guiding them, and they did it. Please go watch the video for yourself. My eyes got stingy watching it. Congratulate them. Say what's up, you know, shout them out, give some support. It's a very cool family channel. Yeah, so those are my 2 shout outs for today. Until I see you now, guys, thank you for watching. As always, I appreciate you very much. I appreciate your support. It's Mommy Bear 360. I'm going to go take a nap. I hope you're enjoying your weekend. I love you. Take care of yourselves. Okay? Be good to yourselves and be good to each other. Bye.